So we have got this equation of simple harmonic motion, and from that simple harmonic motion equation we got angular frequency omega square is equal to mb upon I. This is italic I, that means moment of inertia. What is moment of inertia? As in normal motion there is mass, in rotational motion there is moment of inertia. So this is equivalent of mass in rotational motion. Now you know, so what is omega? Omega is simply under root m b upon I. You know omega is equal to 2 pi into frequency, let us write frequency with f, is equal to 2 pi and frequency is 1 by t, 2 pi by t. So what is t? Now what would be the time period? Let t this side, omega this side. So t is equal to 2 pi upon omega. So what is t become? T will be 2 pi and opposite of omega is under root I upon mb. So this is we have time period. This is we have time period of the rotation. With the help of this time period of rotation, we can calculate the magnetic field. So once we get the time period of this rotation or time period of the oscillation, we can calculate the magnetic field. So if we solve this, so here you can see that B is in the denominator. So if the magnetic field is large, so T will be small. So that it will oscillate much fast. So magnetic needle will oscillate much fast. If magnetic field is small, this will oscillate much slowly. This will oscillate slowly, and if magnetic field is large, the oscillation time will be very less, because there is an inverse relation. So we can see that T is proportional to 1 by under root B. So if magnetic field is large, time period will be small. If magnetic field is small, time period would be large. So there is an inverse relation. So now let us solve this. So what is T square? T is square is equal to, squaring both the side, 4 pi square I upon mb. So what is B? B is equal to 4 pi square I upon m t square. So this is how do we get magnetic field. How do we get magnetic field? This inertia and magnetic moment both are known for the magnetic needle. This 4 pi square, this is a constant, this part is a constant, this I is known, m is known. Just by measuring the time period of the oscillation, we can tell what is the magnetic field. If magnetic field is small, then time period would be large. If magnetic field is large, time period would be small, because there is an inverse relation. So remember this formula, this is very important formula. An expression for the magnetic potential energy. So remember we have calculated the electrostatic potential energy. Now we are going to calculate magnetic potential energy. Can also be obtained in similar lines to electrostatic potential energy. Similarly, we are going to measure the magnetic potential energy. So you know work done will be stored in energy. Work done will be stored as energy. So what is the work done? Work done is force into distance, f dx. So small work done is f dx, and total work done is simply integration of this f dx. Now you know in rotational motion force is changed by torque, and this distance is changed by angle. So tau d theta, tau d theta. So let us put it here. W is equal to u, f is equal to tau, dx is equal to d theta. So if we put, so what is the magnetic? M is magnetic. What is the magnetic potential energy? Integration tau theta. So this theta is just saying that tau is dependent on theta. So tau theta d theta. So it's same thing, tau d theta. So what is this? Let us put the value of tau. Tau is mb sin theta. So is equal to mb sin theta. This is the value of tau and d theta. When we integrate, this mb is constant. So let us integrate. So this mb comes out. So in the integration, sin theta d theta. So this is integration. So we know what is the integration of sin theta d theta. The integration of sin theta d theta is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta. So we have a minus sign and cos theta. If you see this, so previously we were with a sign, that means cross product. Now we are with a cos theta, that means a dot product. So minus m dot b. So this is the magnetic potential energy. This time we got magnetic potential energy. Similarly, as we have got the electrostatic potential energy. Now we have emphasized in chapter 2 that the zero of the potential energy can be fixed at anywhere. So that we have already done, that zero of the potential energy can be fixed anywhere. Taking the constant of integration to be 0, that means fixing the zero potential energy. So where do we get zero potential energy? Only at theta equal to 90 degree, because at 90 degree cos theta is equal to 0. 90 degree. So what is the zero case? 90 degree, when the needle is perpendicular to the field. So if the needle and field are perpendicular, that means cos theta is 90 degree. That means this term potential energy will be 0 for 90 degree. Now when the potential energy is minimum, if you put theta equal to 0, so cos 0 is 1. So this potential energy is equal to minus mb. So this is very less. So this is the most stable position. This 0 degree is the most stable position. That means both magnetic moment of the needle and magnetic field both are pointing in the same direction. And when potential energy is maximum, for maximum theta is equal to 180 degree. At 180 degree cos 180 degree is equal to minus 1. Cos 180 is minus 1. When we put cos theta equal to minus 1, what we get? Plus mb. So u is equal to plus mb. So this is plus mb. So this is at theta 180 degree, and this is the most unstable position. Remember, this is a very important question, and every year comes in exam, that what is the most stable and most unstable position of a magnetic field or magnetic needle, and how much is the energy difference between two. So what is the energy difference? This and this is 2 mb. Total energy difference is 2 mb. So this question always comes in the exam. Now let us solve this numerical example 5.1. So in figure 5.4b, the same figure in which a solenoid and magnetic needle is shown. The magnetic needle has a magnetic moment this much. So m is given to you. The moment of inertia I is given to you. It performs 10 complete oscillations in this much time. So 10 oscillations in this much time. So what is the magnitude of the magnetic field? So you have to calculate B. What is B? So we know that this is the total time, and how many oscillations? 10. So how do we calculate the time period? Time period is simply total time taken about divided by number of oscillations. So time period is 0.67 second. This is the time period. Now we have just solved the formula for magnetic field for a magnetic needle, for which moment of inertia and this magnetic moments are known. So this m is known, I is known, 4 pi square is known, and now we have also calculated the time period as well. So let us put all the values. 4 pi square, pi is 3.14 square, I is given here 7.5 into 10 to power minus 6 kilogram meter square. 7.5 into 10 to power minus 6. and this m is also given 6.7 into 10 to power minus 2 ampere meter square. So let us put this value as well. And what is time period? 0.67 square. So we have put all the values. When we solve, what we get? B is equal to 0.01 Tesla. Again the magnetic field will come if you are using SI unit. Magnetic field will come in SI units, that is Tesla.